So today is the next day. I got the Ford Motorcraft part. This is the part number here from O'Reilly's. It wasn't this when I called the dealership, but evidently it cross-reference to this. So I guess I don't know what to say about this maxiscope because evidently my channel A is jacked up. I cooked the channel A and it doesn't do anything, so I'm on channel B again. Golly. So this is the minimum maximum of the sensor when it's hooked up. So it's not hooked up. It's unhooked right now. And from the other video, this temperature sensor here that goes to the evap, this lowered the voltage and created some issues. So right now it's hooked up, making 3.5 volts. So this is my first time hooking this up. I have not hooked this up yet. So we're gonna both see what happens when I hook this joker up. So the symptoms with this sensor here will cause poor cycling of the AC compressor. The compressors came on, kicked off when I hooked up and disconnected. So now you're gonna see when I hook this new one up, unless this Ford Motorcraft part is bad, we're gonna see what happens. So it should stay the same, and I'm gonna hook it up right now, like so. Unless my piercing up. Oh gosh. The voltage dropped. It's still dropped. Well, the compressor kicked on. It still dropped to 3.5. I'm gonna see if this compressor cycles like normal. You know what? I don't even have it plugged in, so let me put it back in there. Maybe that has something to do with it. Oh. Okay, the voltage climbed. Yeah, look at that. So it climbed to 3.8. It's almost 4 volts. So it is fluctuating. So that's a good thing, because last time it was just stuck on at 3.5 and it didn't fluctuate at all. So the minimum and maximum from the last one was like right at 3.5 volts. I'm gonna let this run for a while because I do have to replace the CV axle and the ball joint. And I'm gonna show you the tone ring in comparison to the new part. So I'm gonna show you the old part, tone ring, how it's loose. I'm gonna show you the new part. I'll just refer to the old video and see that CV axle when it wasn't working. Below 5 miles per hour didn't want to work, but I'll do that shortly. So the AC is off. Currently, hold on, let's see if it kicks back on. Okay, yeah, it just kicked back on now. I don't know if it kicked off or not, because I'm just curious, like if when the voltage rises, is it detecting cool conditions? And then when it get to a certain point, it deactivate the compressor until it dropped to a certain amount and then reactivate. Yeah, okay, the fan's kicked off. I might need to pull this outside and take a okay, yep, fan came back on and then the compressor kicked back on. So when the voltage drops, it activates the compressor until the voltage reaches a certain amount, when it detects the cooler conditions, and then it deactivates. But it definitely is stronger. It's definitely engaging a lot harder, and there's no more surging from the motor like it was doing before. Had an episode when it huffed, like it wanted to engage, but then there was no compressor engagement. So I wanted when the computer sees a certain voltage fall, then it engages. See, look at that, yeah. I'm gonna let it run for a while and see what happens. And hopefully these symptoms should not resurface, because obviously it's obvious that the voltage is better and it's fluctuating, versus like this old one, voltage was more stagnant. So I'm gonna let it do its thing and make sure this car is not having that episode of huffing. You know, like it wanted to change the idle, because under a load the computer does alter the idle. So it wants to idle up, and so to be able to work with that load. All right, so yeah, so it's coming on real nice now. I'm gonna let it warm up, do its thing, and hopefully by the time I get this axle and all this stuff working, I'll just keep you updated. Alright, got the CV axle out. You can see the tone ring on this old one here. It's just, I mean, it would not stay on. It's falling right off. So I pulled it out, it fell off. I put a new ball joint on there. It wouldn't come out, so I had to put heat and try some other things. So I started to cut it too, but that was gonna be a failure. Anyway, got it out. So I'm putting a new ball joint on it and get this new CV axle in here and test drive and recheck my work. The car was running the whole while I was pulling this off, and until I got to the CV axle. I didn't want to let it run while I had the axle out, so I didn't want to lose any fluid. The car is not doing the same symptoms as it was before. It's running, the AC is coming on, the idle's a lot better. So makes sense. Once I thought about it, the resistance in the circuit going bad, if it starts shorting out, or it didn't have any means of varying or altering its potential, then computer would definitely get some misinterpretation of information. So it doesn't know what to do. So if that slow climb and fall in the resistance, it will get stuck. And when the computer sees this certain information, it just doesn't know what to do. So it makes sense. So I will say on most of my cars I work on, I mean, I do have information to tear down, repair things as required from service manuals or whatever, notes from other technicians and stuff. So a lot of times I don't even bother to take time to read some of the stuff, because I feel as though it's a little pride thing. Like, I want to try to figure out myself, and a lot of times I do waste a lot of time, and I don't want to seem like I do know a lot of information on vehicles, when hell, I'm learning just like everybody else, and I don't want to edit my videos as if I'm like the most knowledgeable person. Anyway, this car is fixed. I'm getting the CV axle in here. If I don't put anything else after this, then it's going to be fixed. It was obvious that the tone ring was defective. The car didn't display any type of mile per hour below 5 miles per hour. It was stagnant, and this explains why. Let me get this ball joint in, and I do have another car here. I'm going to upload the video on. This cylinder head I'm doing on 2.3. Shucks. Let's see. So this joker, this is a dealer's car, and well, the car had a faint misfire, and lo and behold, when I pulled the head off, the head gasket was blown. I'm gonna upload this video, show what's going on with this, because I'm curious to see even if this damn thing is gonna run. My conjecture is hell. Yes, it's gonna run, and it's gonna run like it's supposed to run normal. Only because I do have, like, I have over 60%, 70% of the fire ring around the block here. So I did smooth everything out as much as I can. Took a flat edge and a filler gauge and checked the specs. because it was blown through here too. So this is my main concern. But I will say, when it was on, the car ran perfectly fine. But anyway, I'm not talking about it. I'll just do another video. This Ford Taurus, this Mercury Sable is going to be taken care of. And peace and haggries.